1.
Happy Thursday, Tallahassee! I'm your student meteorologist, Genevieve Rejock, with your evening weather. Let's check out that sunset. Wow, it has just sunset in the last couple of minutes that I have been standing here waiting for some beautiful colors, and guess what? We're getting it. And also, we're getting some really beautiful conditions. That sun is still out. We see no clouds in the sky, 56 degrees, absolutely stunning. We have some slight winds, 7 miles per hour. Nothing too much to worry about. Also, these temperatures, wow. 56 in Tallahassee, looking pretty nice. It's looking like a really nice night to go out, maybe get some dinner with your friends, because also, let's check out that radar. Nothing coming for Tallahassee. If you are in Bainbridge, you might want to carry an umbrella. You might have some scattered showers. But an incredible show is among us tonight. For Thursday, we have a really some rain to come in the forecast on the weekend for a super soaker, snow that we're seeing up north, and also wild weather that we saw yesterday. All that and more on FSU Weather.
It's Friday Eve. It's so exciting. I'm student meteorologist Caitlin McKinney.
And I'm student meteorologist Priscilla.
It's been so sunny outside today. I know everyone's been walking around campus. I don't have to come to campus on Tuesdays, or Thursdays, my bad. And that's really lovely, but I know that everyone else has been enjoying the sunshine because it was soggy yesterday.
It was absolutely awful. All my clothes were soaked, my shoes were soaked, everything got wet. My backpack is still wet. Did you have to suffer through the rain yesterday?
Yeah, so I was walking into class yesterday and I was just like so upset. My umbrella did the whole thing where it flips inside out because it's severe weather. It's not like an umbrella is really gonna help you. You need to do your rain gear, rain boots, rain jacket.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I lost my umbrella, so I was in. I had no luck, unfortunately.
Oh, that's awful. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I was trying to prevent my backpack from getting drenched, so I put it underneath my rain jacket and I looked like the hunchback in Notre Dame.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, it was not a good look. But I mean, all my stuff stayed dry. My laptop and all those important
that's the
things.
important part. I know a lot of people's notebooks got soaked. It's just a tragic time.
Really. Were you worried about the tornado?
I was. I was in class and we had that the test warning come through. And my professor just kept on going. I was like, okay, cool.
Oh no, yeah. I'm glad it didn't hit as close as we thought. I know we're gonna talk about it later in the show, but I do remember all of the phones going off at the same time in the classroom with that warning.
Oh yeah. But I'm really glad we have that warning system because it's really going to help us make sure that we got everything settled.
But it's sunny here today, and Nico's going to explain a little bit more about what our local weather is going to look like, right, Nico?
Yes, thank you, Caitlin and Priscilla. We have a beautiful sunset. It's just about to go below the horizon, so you have a chilly night ahead. So if you're going to be out and about, it's 56 degrees right now with sunny conditions, but that temperature is going to plummet once the sun sets because we do have some chilly air behind the cold front. Our high today was 59 degrees. We were pretty far below the record high and slightly below average too. We were nowhere near the record low of 17 in 1905 though. I'm sure people wouldn't have really enjoyed that. But our current temperatures around the area, we're in the upper to mid 50s for most of the inland areas, and as you go along the coast, you do have some warmer temperatures, except right on the coast, you're at 53 degrees because you have the ocean influence. But looking at your dew points, this is a much different story than yesterday. Our dew points right now are in the 30s area wide with a couple of low 40s. Our dew points yesterday were in the 60s, so our dew points are much, much drier than what they were yesterday. However, our drought monitor, we are still in a severe drought. So we do still need the rain, but luckily next week looks like it could be a pretty wet week, especially on Sunday into Sunday night. But the severe drought is just east of us. For the first time since October 25th, we can thank the rain on Wednesday. We are still in a drought though, so we need the rain. But our current local radar, we don't really see anything around right now. So we do have some dry air until Sunday. So we do have to worry about any burning. Don't burn anything, you could start a fire. But look into your Friday and into your Saturday, chilly in the 50s during the day and in the 30s at night. This is some of the coolest air we've seen in a while, but as you can see, the clouds start approaching on Saturday, and the temperatures actually warm up at night because the warm front's coming in, and then you've got your showers and your rain through the area on Sunday. As you look at your 72-hour rainfall forecast, we don't have anything until Sunday, but then on Sunday you do start getting your rain coming in. And some areas could have a little bit more wherever the heavier rain does set up. But as you're taking your dog for a walk tomorrow, it's going to be in the 40s in the morning, so you might want to wear a jacket. But as you look at tomorrow's local forecast, it's going to be 60 degrees in the afternoon, so it will be kind of nice outside. So if you're going to be along the coast, it's going to be 59 along the coast. That'll be a nice day to walk on the beach. I like the chilly weather like this. You won't go out and you won't sweat, so that'll definitely feel nice as you go into tomorrow's local forecast. As you look at your week ahead, though, our chilliest day is tomorrow. We could have some frost and freeze on Saturday morning, and then you've got your rain. You got an 80% chance of rain on Sunday and a 50% of leftover rain on Monday. And then as you go into the end of the week, you do have your temperatures warm up and you have some more rain. But now I'm going to pass things off to Genevieve to take a look around Florida.
Yeah, so Florida is seeing some rain, which we'll get into in a minute. We saw from Nico's amazing coverage of here in Tallahassee that tomorrow we're looking for not much rain. So you can leave the umbrella at home tomorrow, but Sunday, if you do happen to go out and about, if you head to church, please carry it. Florida, let's check around where we see these stunning sunsets. I really wish I could get off the screen so that we could take a picture of these because, you know, I don't need to be bothering what we see on camera here, but beautiful. It matches my headband, which is also pink. Really gorgeous conditions happening all around our beautiful Sunshine State. And the reason why it's so beautiful right now is because off to the west, there over Texas, we currently have a high pressure system, as you see, giving us really nice conditions for the southeast and for the deep south, with the exception that we'll see in a minute, of course, South Florida, always causing a ruckus. So let's head right on down to my home, where we'll see quite a good amount of storms went through earlier and definitely crossing through South Florida, heading eastward of Lake Okeechobee, currently west of it, hitting Fort Myers and southwest Florida. So please, if you're in the area, carry your umbrella. Put on your rain boots. If you have any new ones you got for Christmas, definitely break those out. And waterproof anything. If you have really anything that's going to get ruined, I know Priscilla was mentioning her backpack was quite wet. Mine as well. Carry some extra socks. That's what I would recommend. If you are in Central Florida, up to Daytona Beach, where our wonderful producer Evan's brother goes to school, you're looking at some really nice conditions tonight. And those nice conditions will persist as we go upwards into our beautiful home of Northern Florida. Currently, let's take a look at our temperatures. Let's escape that rain just a little bit. We have some really nice temperatures that are caused by that low pressure, that cold front. Oh, we just saw that icon switch to nighttime as we saw that cold front grace through yesterday, bringing the bad weather up into the northeast. But currently, Tallahassee, really, really nice conditions, and it'll just get warmer as you head down to the south. In Miami, at a really warm 74. It's January, it's winter, it's Miami. What can you expect? And those dew points, they also show what happened because of that cold front. 33 here in Tallahassee. 33 compared to those upper 50s temperatures that we're seeing, really low humidity and really dry outside. So your hair is nice today to make up for what we saw yesterday. And for the future, we will just see the rain persist through South Florida, but will be really nice here until Sunday up here in Tallahassee. We'll see that rainfall come through South Florida as we get to Miami, just about 1/10 of an inch, so nothing really too much to worry about, though nothing you can't rule out. Miami, stunning, stunning. We have gray clouds all the way through, but rain isn't really coming down too much until Sunday, where we'll have the sun peek out, but it will be raining, 40% chance. So take an umbrella with you to church. Tampa, if you're heading to the Gasparilla Pirate Festival, it's going to be beautiful today. If you are going over the weekend, won't be seeing too much rain. Orlando, head to Disney because it's really nice conditions. Jacksonville, our neighbors to the east, really going to be sunny as well. And Pensacola, you will be seeing some rain definitely on Sunday. But what else is going on in the southeast? We got that high pressure, don't we, Priscilla?
Yes, so right now we're taking a look at our cameras again. As Genevieve said, we have these gorgeous sunsets. I absolutely love to see sunset and sunrise. So this just makes me super duper happy. And yeah, here we've got our map. We had that front come through, and South Florida, again, is still experiencing some rain. And of course, that high pressure system in Texas that is making our conditions very dry, as we see throughout this map. There's not a lot of upper level water vapor. Things are looking mostly pretty dry, but it has been pretty cold. And now for our current conditions, again, here in Tallahassee, 56 degrees, pretty chilly in my opinion. However, around similar conditions for the rest of the southeast. We see 54 in Shreveport, a little chillier in Little Rock at 46 degrees, but again, South Florida always staying pretty warm, Miami hitting 74 degrees. And again, here's our dew point map. Very dry throughout the southeast, very low dew points here in Tallahassee, 33, Nashville 24, very dry throughout the whole southeast. Again, though, South Florida does have that wetter conditions and humidity, so they've got a much higher dew point at 60 in Miami. For our drought monitor, even though we had that rain, things are looking pretty dry here in the Big Bend region, stretching out east, and we're looking to be a little dry, but not for too long, because as we go into the weekend, we're going to start to see some storms start to develop and reach our way on Sunday. We're getting just a slight peek of that here in this radar. For our rainfall forecast, we're looking pretty dry, mostly, again, until Sunday, and then we see all those rain chances start to pop up, especially in Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi, and here in Tallahassee again. So like Genevieve said, if you're going out Sunday, make sure to take an umbrella with you, and stay dry if you can. It might be a great day to read a book and just stay home and get ready for the week ahead. As for tonight's forecast, pretty chilly, almost below freezing temperatures, especially in places like Montgomery, Nashville, looking pretty chilly. However, again, Florida always our warm center. Not necessarily warm though, Tampa 48 and Miami 66, but that's pretty mild as we see. And then for tomorrow's forecast, again, it's going to be pretty chilly still. Tallahassee 60 degrees, but Miami 74, looking pretty warm. But it's not pretty rainy here, but how about that snow in the northeast?
Yeah, thank you so much, Priscilla. If you're from the Southeast and you found that really informative, we're going to talk about the Northeast now, which maybe you don't know that much about. Our team lead, Evan, he's from there, so he always likes to bring this up. So we're just going to talk about some snow that's happening in the Northeast. They're going to have a couple inches of rain coming, or inches of snow coming the next couple of days, so something to look out for. And it's interesting, too, because for their areas, in New York City, they've had not measurable snow over 300 plus days. I think there's going to be a icon later about it. That's pretty historic, so maybe in about a week or 10 days we'll maybe break that record. We do have some winter weather advisories in the area as that snow is approaching, so they're going to have some winter storm warnings here in Burlington, and there's also some winter storm warnings down in other areas of the Northeast near Pittsburgh. So that's something to think about as you guys, and maybe if you're watching from the Northeast, are making your plans for the next couple of days. The satellite radar is going to show those storms. Those are kind of just sitting there. They're not really moving all the way through. They're just going to kind of hang out for the little duration of Thursday, so it's something that they're going to have to make into your commuting plans. If you're going out, you're going to scrape the snow off of your car, clean your driveway out. There's going to be some heavier snowfall over the next couple of days. Maybe in Albany, you guys are going to see the snow accumulate. So this is Thursday afternoon. So starting around noon until 6 p.m., you're just going to see constant snow over the next hours over then. So that's something to think about as you're making your plans tonight. Same for other portions of the Northeast. They're having a little bit of snow coverage as well. Going to just kind of sit. It's not really moving out of the way like we tend to see. We saw it a couple weeks ago where it was zooming past, but right now it's just kind of falling. So making their plans there. Here's that future radar just showing it's coming in, it's going to sit, drop a couple inches of snow, and so you're going to have to plan your Friday accordingly as your driveways and your cars and everything's going to be snowy. Cold, also you might want to put your heat warmers on, your seat warmers in your car on as well. Here's that forecast. Going to show those inches. So our highest one is looking like in Fredonia. They're going to get about 4 inches of snow. So that's kind of a lot. I mean, I'm a Florida girl. I literally don't know much about snow personally, but I think 4 inches is a lot. I mean, I would be cold. I'd have to put like really thick socks on, like 2 to 3 socks on for me personally. But that's all I really got to talk about the Northeast. Genevieve, what are you going to talk about?
So I'm actually going to be talking about the snow slightly off to the west that's happening in the northern plains. So really snow going through the northern part of the country. And we're really going to highlight this a lot because we have some active alerts going on. We have across Montana, spanning into the Dakotas, all over the northern plains, we're seeing our winter storm warning. So really, really take precautions, winter weather advisories and winter storm watches all over the states. So please be careful, try to stay inside, please try to prevent yourself from going outside, try to stock up on those canned goods while you can if there's any dry spots, but you will be seeing a lot of snow. Going further into the Midwest, where we'll have some winter weather advisories extended as well, and some winter storm watches going into the south of South Dakota, actually, and really not ideal conditions. We'll see behind me that satellite and radar as we see a bunch of clouds, but let me move on over because I was just covering the amount of snow that is going through the Dakotas right now. Bismarck, if you are in Bismarck, if you are in Rapid City, I really hope that you are inside. Billings, Montana, you're getting some rain and some snow. So really, a wintry mix is, I love that word. I love that phrase. I don't know. But that snow is going to continue throughout the night. It's not looking too great if you are in the Dakotas, but really stay cautious, and please, I would advise you not to just wear, a t-shirt and then your winter coat. Layer up so that if it gets warmer, which it really will probably not tomorrow, that you are prepared. Future radar, we're going to be seeing that snow persist off to the west into Casper, Rapid City, Scottsbluff, Jackson. Really be prepared in that case, and also the Midwest. If you are in Michigan, you're used to the snow, you're going to be seeing a lot. Green Bay, Wisconsin, 1 inch, but guess what? That's nothing compared to what we're seeing over in Jackson, Wyoming. Really, really quite too much. I would say 22 inches. I can't even fathom that, like I'm losing saliva as we speak. Tomorrow's forecast, you're seeing some really cold conditions if you were in Jackson, 24 degrees, but let's take a look into Saturday where we're getting up to Bismarck with 1 degree. I literally cannot even fathom that temperature. It's really going to be not ideal conditions, but we do want to make sure that you are staying safe, and you got to stay safe because these lows are quite horrific. -4 degrees in Rapid City. Just going to get lower if you go into Missoula, -21, really not ideal conditions. So that's what's going on up in the northern plains. But what's happening, what did we see yesterday? Caitlin, Nico, they got our socks, book bags, and notebooks soaking wet.
Yeah, Genevieve, yesterday it was so rainy. There was just so much wind. It was disgusting. I think people were talking about how loud it was. I was like nerving. Everyone was scared. So I think there was a tornado right in Leon County.
Yeah, there was actually a tornado that traveled 3.25 miles that was on the ground for 4 minutes, and luckily it touched down in the Apalachicola National Forest, so it didn't impact anyone unless somebody thought yesterday was a good day to go hiking on the trails.
Did you end up being in class when that happened? Because everyone's phones in my class were dinging. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's so scary.
I ended up going up to the 6th floor to look for it.
Oh,
and
wow.
it would have been wrapped in rain, so we couldn't really see anything. But you could see all those wind reports. It was mainly a damaging wind threat. We also had damaging winds east of here along Appalachian Parkway, near where the rotational signature was, but it ended up being a downburst.
I think it said that peak winds were at 105 miles per hour, which is insane.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
the tornado, right?
The tornado's peak winds were 105 miles an hour, so if that had traveled through a neighborhood, that wouldn't have been good at all.
Was that even close to where we were, though? I mean, everyone was nervous, but did it get close to FSU?
It ended up being about 7 miles south of campus.
Okay, that's nice. But I just remember everyone was so scared, and then all the rain. The rain did not stop yesterday. From my start of my day at 8 a.m. to my end of the day at 4:30, it was just rain.
Yeah, it was raining all day. If you walked around campus, your shoes would have gotten soggy. Anything you were carrying would have gotten soggy because it rained pretty much the the line got here between 9 and 10, and then the rain didn't stop until around sunset. But as you can see, this was our radar scan for when the tornado warning was issued. They actually pointed it east at first, but then the tornado ended up shifting track and came further north, which is what prompted FSU to be under a warning.
Right. Did you see anything? I know you went to the 6th floor. Did you see anything on EOAS?
I did not. I saw a big wall of rain. So if this was on the ground, it would have definitely been rain wrapped. So that's
Would've been
definitely
harder to
something
see.
to know about. It would be hard to see.
Yeah, and no. Luckily, there's no videos. That means no one was present because it was in the forest. I mean, no one was hiking. Thank goodness.
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing, or otherwise they would have been picked up by the tornado. So, but no one should have been hiking in that anyway, with the lightning threat anyway.
Yeah, and it's been sunny today. It's going to be sunny tomorrow. But this weekend, I think we've got a couple of storms rolling in. Priscilla, is that true?
Yes, that is absolutely true. We've got two big systems we're looking at. We've got a cold front here in the northeast that's going to bring lots of snow to New York and New Hampshire, Connecticut, and then, of course, to Ohio, Michigan. It's going to be very chilly. Below freezing temperatures is going to bring that snow, and we even have some rain out in the Atlantic Ocean. But as we go further into the weekend, it's going to go away and then, come back with some rain and mixed conditions. And then, of course, some more rain as you go further south, hitting areas like Washington, D.C. and Pittsburgh, where I have a friend. And, so then we go to Monday, and it's even more rain, clouds, snow, just some very dreary conditions. And as for our precipitation forecast, as for snow, we're going to be seeing up to 5 to 8 inches reaching the northeast, and then a couple inches of rain as well, looking not the best. But moving down to the south, we've for our drought monitor, we're looking pretty dry, but that's just for now. As you go further into the weekend, Friday, it's going to be chilly, of course. But then, as you go further into the weekend, we see this big rain front moving in and providing, lots of bad conditions. Sunday's going to be not the best to get outside or, have a great day, honestly, unless your definition of a great day is staying inside and reading a book, which is what I did yesterday after I left class because the conditions were so bad. As for our rainfall forecast, we see Sunday is when we get the majority of that rain, and it's just looking like pretty tough, So again, take your umbrella if you've got it. I know I lost mine, kind of tragic. However, Nico is going to give us a look at our lifestyle forecast. What's that looking like?
Yes, thank you, Priscilla. So our lifestyle forecast, we're actually looking pretty nice right now around the area. So as you can see right now, we've got the women's basketball game tonight at Notre Dame, and it's going to be in the 20s. So if you traveled to Notre Dame tonight to South Bend, Indiana, we do have some glitching with the graphics, but if you were traveling to South Bend, Indiana, you will be experiencing some snow tonight, so that might feel pretty nice for you. I enjoy seeing snow because I do not get to see it very often. But if you're going to be going out in College Town tonight, we've got our lows going into the mid-30s, so it's going to be a clear night tonight. It's a good night to be out and about, so you can definitely enjoy that ahead of what's going to be coming on Sunday. Tomorrow would be a great day to go to the res, though. 60 degrees under sunny conditions. That sounds like some really, really nice weather to be out and about. I know I'm actually going to Universal this weekend, so that's going to feel really nice. It'll be a few degrees warmer there. But tomorrow, looking at your air temperature, 58 along the coast, but 61 in the water. Tomorrow would not be a good day to get in the water unless you want to do the polar plunge. Then you can get in the water if you want to, but I wouldn't suggest it, especially because you have a high rip current risk. So you don't want to get carried out to sea on a cold day. On Saturday, we have a home basketball game against Clemson. You will not be outside for this, but if you're going to be walking to watch us play Clemson, who hopefully we can pull off the upset, I'm not sure about that, but hopefully we can. If we can upset Clemson, you're going to be walking in some pretty nice conditions on Saturday. Our women's basketball team, who is now ranked number 24, we have a ranked matchup against number 16 Duke on Sunday, and this game is at home. Luckily, you're going to be indoors for that. You got the NFC Championship in Philadelphia. If you're going to be going to that game, it's going to feel actually pretty nice for this time of the year. If you're going to be going to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City for The AFC Championship game, it's going to be in the low 20s, so it might be a chilly one, but the Bengals and the Chiefs are pretty used to that kind of weather, being teams from the north. But as you look at your weekend forecast, you got nice weather until you have the rain on Sunday. So as long as you're not going to be out and about on Sunday, it should be a pretty good first 2 days of the weekend to be out and about. But now I'm going to pass things off to Caitlin.
Thank you so much, Nico. Yeah, it's been a beautiful Thursday. The sun is saying goodbye. I'm kind of sad to see it go. That sunshine has felt nice all day long. But our current temperatures across the board, we're sitting in the mid-50s here in Tallahassee, low 60s for other parts of our viewing area, and it's just very nice conditions. I think after yesterday and all that rain, sitting with these temperatures, I really cannot complain. And our radar is showing those clear skies, very nice, different view from yesterday when we had a lot of those greens and reds, and now we're just sitting at some beautiful conditions. We saw no clouds over Doak Campbell Stadium, which was wonderful. And our extended forecast is showing we're going to be dipping a little colder tonight, so that's something to think about. We're going to be hitting 30s again, so if you're going out tonight, it's going to be chilly. But tomorrow, when you're going about your day tomorrow and into the weekend, we're going to be bumping back into the 50s during your day. So it'll feel nice, pretty typical January temperatures, and it's going to be wonderful. 35 tonight if you're going out in Tallahassee. Maybe you're going out to College Town. It is Thursday night. It's a fun time. Clear skies, where wind is very nice, so it's not going to be like a windbreaker you're going to need, but you might want to bring a light jacket, a little fuzzy jacket to walk around Tallahassee tonight. Your week ahead is going to be showing rain on Sunday, which we've talked about, and a little bit of rain on Monday morning, so if you've got Monday afternoon classes, nothing too bad. But your Sunday, maybe just stay in, do some homework, enjoy the rain, because I know that Saturday we should be having lots and lots of fun plans with that sunshine and 0% chance of rain. We've talked a lot about snow over this whole show. Genevieve, what about that snow?
Caitlin, that is really the theme of today's show, except for down here in Florida where we are really seeing nothing but nice conditions here and some rain down in the south. But snow is something that we really need to be cautious with.
Yeah.
Have you had any experiences with snow, Nico?
Not very often, but I know that it can be very dangerous to drive in. We aren't going to see any snow down here, but if you know anyone up in the northern plains where they're going to be affected by the snowstorm, maybe let them know to be careful on the roadways during this system.
Absolutely. Today I was actually indulging into some snow safety and all about it, and it was actually talking about if you are going to be shoveling snow in your driveway so that you can, drive on out to work, drive on out to school, church, anything, that you really want to get a lightweight shovel with a rounded, handle, because that puts the least amount of pressure on your back. And speaking of your back, you also do want to bend at the knees and not at the back, because a lot of injuries and a lot of fatalities, unfortunately, are caused by snow shoveling. But luckily for us, we have this high pressure system over Texas. It's really giving us good conditions. So like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at FSU Weather, where hopefully you won't be seeing anything too worrisome.
Yeah, and you can always watch us live on YouTube like you are right now, www.youtube.com/FSU Weather, and you can also follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather. If you have any pictures of the storms that came through yesterday, you can send them to us. We would love to see that. If you get any other good pictures, maybe of the sunset or anything, you can also send that to us. But I am student meteorologist Nico Sapienza.
I'm student meteorologist Genevieve Rejock, and we'll send it back to Caitlin at the wall for one last look at our 7-day.
Yep, we've got that beautiful high pressure. It's bringing in all that sunshine. So you're going to have sunshine today and Saturday with rain in the forecast for Sunday. But if you want to know what's happening next week, you should just tune in, because FSU Weather is at 6 p.m. every single weekday. So come back Monday, and we're going to have one more show next week, or one more show for this week, tomorrow at 6 p.m. We hope to see you there. Have a great one.